Prakritim Purusham Chaiva Kshetram Kshetrajnamevacha Yetad Veditumicchami Jnanam Jneyam Cha Keshava Sri Bhagavan Vacha Idam Shariram Kaunteya Kshetramitya Vidhiyate Yetadyo Vetitam Prahuhu Kshetrajnayiti Tadvidaha Kshetrajnam Chapi Mam Vidhi Sarva Kshetreshu Bharata Kshetra Kshetrajnayor Jnanam Yatta Jnanam Matam Mama. What is known is Kshetra, and the one who knows is the Kshetrajna. The knower and the known, to begin with, are not identical. The known is distinct from the knower. Since I know the Kshetra, the field of experience, the knower is distinct from the field of experience. And the confusion is only from the body onwards. Nobody takes the world that he sees as himself. However dear the object is, he takes it as something dear to me, not as himself. But then the physical body is taken for himself. And therefore there is a confusion between I and idam. Idam means this. Between I and this physical body, therefore he says, idam shariram kaunteya. Hey Arjuna, Kunti putra Kaunteya, son of Kunti. Kunti is his mother. Hey Kaunteya Arjuna, idam shariram Kaunteya kshetramitya abhidhiyate. So what is abhidhiyate? It is known. Idam shariram, this body which is objectified by you, which is subject to objectification, which is known to you, is kshetra, not the kshetrajna. The one who knows the body is kshetrajna. Not only this body, even the one who abides in this body, a subtle body as you call it, in whose presence the body is alive, in whose absence the body is dead, that sukshma sharira, that is also sharira. Therefore even that, he says, the mind, the sense organs, the hunger, the thirst, all of them are known to you. Therefore the sense organs are my not, the breath in my nostrils are my not, the various thoughts that occupy my mind are my not, and again the various conditions that are there, again this my knowledge, the knowledge that I have acquired are my not, in the sense I know what I know. And again the ignorance also are my not. Memories are my not, in the sense the I is something that is free from all of them, in as much as it is something that is the content of the knower. The knower, I, the subject, is therefore distinct from the object. That's how we begin the whole inquiry. So the I is subject, I, the subject, is distinct from the object beginning from ignorance onwards up to the world that I see. All of them are objects. Then what is the I? The question is, what is then this I? The I can only be the nature of the knower, the very content of the knower. Suppose from the knower, the known is removed. Let us take like this. The knower of the field is distinct from the field. The field that he experiences is called kshetra. Now, from the knower of the field is eliminated. What will be left behind? Knower, is it? Knower of what? The knower, from the knower, the known is removed. What will be left behind? The knower's content. Because the content, the I, itself becomes the knower with reference to something known. And therefore, if the known is removed, then the knower becomes the very jnanam, the very knowledge that is called awareness. Therefore, I, whatever that we use the word I, so this I means only awareness. In Sanskrit, it is called Chit or Chaitanyam. So awareness is Chaitanyam, and this awareness knows no limitation, I said yesterday. For awareness is something that is not limited by space, much less by time. So since it is not limited by space in the sense, awareness is one in which all that experience is there in awareness alone. There is nothing that can stand apart from awareness, for awareness is something in which the space is. And therefore all that is there in space, all that is there is in space, and the space itself is in awareness. Therefore there is nothing that is away from awareness, that is I. Therefore from I standpoint, I am not away from anything. From anybody or from anything, I am not away. Even if there is a Lord, the Lord is aware of His knowledge. His knowledge means all knowledge. He is aware of His all powers. He is aware of everything. About that Lord we will discuss later. So He is aware of everything. Now the awareness because of which He is aware of His knowledge is the awareness because of which I am aware of my knowledge. My knowledge may be limited. His knowledge may be limitless. Both of us have our being in awareness alone. The Lord is around, and I ask Him, who are you? And He also has to begin with that I. He has to say, I am. He has to begin with the first person singular. I am the Lord. Don't you know? That he has to begin with I am, all right. Then the Lord and the other things. But as you also say, I am so and so, the so and so is an adjective to I am, in fact. So it is a qualifying thing, and to make you distinct. But then both the Lord and the Jiva, the individual, and all other beings have their being in I alone. So this I is something that is said as Chit Chaitanya, awareness, not limited by space. It is not only unlimited by space, but it is something that is at once free from time. Let us analyze. This awareness, is it something born? Is it something that is subject to death? If awareness is born, then awareness is born in time. Time becomes absolute. So in that time, awareness is born. Awareness, the birth of awareness is an event. And time becomes absolute. But then the time is not something that is independent of me, the awareness, the awarer. Time is, awareness is. If awareness is born, then it is bound by time. If awareness is bound by time, then it is subject to death also. Anything that is bound by time must necessarily undergo change. And change is what you call death. So any beginning, any end, a particular thing in a form, if it is destroyed, that particular form is destroyed, you call it death. A beginning means, a beginning means it is a mark on the sands of time. And death means, end means, again it is a mark on the sands of time. I was born. Then immediately you should answer the question, when? When will be the next question? I was born. When? Please think of a birth without time. Don't answer the question when, and then please see the beginning. Born. Don't think of time. Born. Don't answer when. Born. Just see in yourself. Born. Anything born. And if it is born, the previously it was not. And now it is born. And therefore, there should be time for any beginning to take place. Born, time has come. Gone, time again. Gone when? If you got any doubt, go to a cemetery. You find a boat there lying. It is written there on a slab, on a marble slab. It is written born, so and so. Born, date. Dead, died, dead. In between, a dash. A dash is there. A straight line. Born, and straight he went to die. Born, dead. Birth is an event in time. Death is an event in time. Anything born is in time. And therefore it dies in time. If there is something that is not bound by time, it has neither birth nor death. This time itself is conceptual. You know very well, the time is relative in nature. From time to time, time changes in your mind. Suppose, so you understand what I've been talking here, then time goes. Just like that, time goes. Suppose you are sitting here to pick up somebody, then you are all sympathies with me. Why this man keeps talking all the time? And this because time doesn't go. An hour or two it doesn't go at all. For, well, because you are not listening, you are not absorbed, your mind creates its own time series. When you are absorbed, as the scientist said, Einstein, he said, so if you are absorbed in something, time goes. And if you are standing on a hot plate, then you will understand what type of time it is. Now, you just think, he says, if you are talking to your beloved, time goes like that. Ours all develop wings. And then you find that they keep moving. Ours move like anything. Because you are talking to your beloved. And he says, well, for a change, please stand on a hot plate. Hot plate, remember, a very hot plate on which you please stand for 1 minute. Have a stopwatch in your hand. And don't stand even for a second extra, please. And then you will understand what a second is. Now you won't know what a second is. The second hand never moves at all. It doesn't move because down below is hot plate. That is time. The time is something that grows, that becomes entirely different when your mind is painful, he doesn't want to accept a certain experience. Then you find that time is something that goes slow. You find a lot of grass grows under your feet. But then when the time, if you are absorbed, the time goes like this. This is the time that differs from mind to mind. But in a given mind, it keeps changing all the time. And again, this time, if you still think that it is something that is not conceptual, then in dream, what happens? 25 seconds, I'm told, a man dreams in a given spell. 25 seconds. 25 seconds you may dream, and the dream was 50 years. Please. 50 years of dream, 50 years of life, not dream. 50 years of life that he lives in dream, but then when he wakes up, he is only older by 25 seconds. In that 25 seconds, time is not just going like that. That is in movie. After 25 years, you'll find calendar flying. After 25 years, it is not like that. But here, so immediately the child becomes a man now, after 25 years. But here it is not so. But these 25 years that you experience in dream, they are very real, and it moves year after year. You have to live through the whole thing, and thus there the experience is something very real as long as you are under the spell of dream. And in the dream, the mind sets a new time series for itself, and in that time series it gets itself cast and then goes through an experience. 1 second may be 1 year, 1 second may be 2 years, a second may be 3 years also. Thus the mind just creates a time for itself, a new time series for itself, and undergoes a type of experience where the time is its own time, in its own time, but it has nothing to do with the chronological time. So this time is something that is purely projected by the mind, appreciated by the mind, and again, when the mind is completely set at naught, when the mind is dismissed, means the thinking mind is dismissed as you do in deep sleep, you don't find there is any time. In deep sleep, do you experience time? You are sleeping and you are aware of time also. Is it true? You went to sleep. In the last camp, I asked the participants to give me, to do a job for me. I was told that somebody did it, I don't know. So I told them one thing. I say, please bring me tomorrow, you can also do the same thing. Please bring me tomorrow a piece of paper on which this one simply just the time is written. What time? The exact time when you go to sleep tonight. What should you do? When you go to sleep tonight, do one thing, then have a letter pad and a ballpoint pen and your watch. Ballpoint pen is open, it is ready for writing. Keep them all together near just by your side, near the pillow. What should you do is a very simple thing I want you to do, and that is, the moment you go to sleep, note down the time and bring it to me. That's all what you have to do. It's a very simple job. Please do it and bring it to me. I hope I will receive some letters tomorrow. So these pieces of paper. The moment you go to sleep, the observer of time goes to sleep, and therefore the observer himself goes away. Where is the question of time being there? In deep sleep, I dismiss time, and still I remain without time. I am there very much pleased. The awareness is present in deep sleep also. Were it not, I can't say in the morning I had a good sleep and I didn't know anything. That I didn't know anything, time or space or anything I didn't know. Space disappears. Space means the place disappears. That I am here in this room and all that, this concept of space, that also disappears. Time disappears along with space. And still I remain there. As a being, I remain there. Again to get up, the awareness is. In deep sleep, awareness is. In dream, awareness is. In waking, awareness is. Awareness has no sleep or dream or waking. It is always wide awake. It is always there, present. When the time is, awareness is. When the time is not, awareness is. That awareness is therefore not bound by time. If it is not bound by time, definitely it has no beginning, much less it has got an end. And therefore this I, the awareness, is free from time, and hence neither a beginning nor an end. This is what they call eternity, please. Eternal means not continuity. What is continuous is in the medium of time. What is eternal is something that is timelessness. If the timelessness has no length of time, it is the very content of time. Think of it. All the past yesterdays, I think I told you the other day, all yesterdays were all todays. And the today is today. And all tomorrows will be today only. Tomorrow when you get up, you won't say good tomorrow. You won't say to another friend. And you will say good morning. Good tomorrow morning you don't say. And yesterday also you didn't say that good yesterday morning, nobody says. Good morning, every time it is good morning. So what is the past? Listen, the past when it obtained, it was present. The future when it is going to obtain, it will be present. So the entire future is going to be present. The past was all the time present. I have been living through the present alone. The past was present. The future will be present. The present is what? Present. Now, what is this present? I want to know. What is this present? That presence itself before you. What is this present? The present is, you may say, the moment. Or the minute, let us say. The minute is the present. If the minute is present, then the minute has got 60 seconds. It has got 60 seconds. And these 60 seconds, that means there is a past second, there is a future second, and therefore, what is the present? The second. The second is the present. But then, the second is divided into microseconds, and every microsecond is a millionth part of a second. And therefore, what is present? The present is a microsecond. A microsecond is again made into further micro. Now, they say, the physicists tell me, that the microsecond is further made into micro, please. And thus, so if it is made further, divided, what is present? Present will be what? Now. Now, what is the length of now? What is the length of now? The length of now is present, you will say. Then what is the present then? The present is something, suppose you say it is a microsecond, which again can be divided into any conceptually, you can keep on dividing. Still the present won't be there, because anything divided, still if it is subject to division, then past, present and future is there. And therefore, what is present? Present is something that can never be further divided, where there is no length of time. When the length of time erases itself, there is the present. The present, the concept goes, the presence alone remains. What is the truth of time? Please just think of it. What is the truth of time itself is nothing but awareness alone. I am aware of time. Time is in awareness. And that time, the second, the hour, the day, the century, all these in awareness alone. And that time itself, if I keep on reducing to the present, and the present becomes the moment, the minute becomes the second becomes a microsecond, and that again is divided, then what remains is, it is not the time is, then what is? Awareness is. Time disappears into awareness. That awareness which doesn't involve time, which is not bound by time, which is the very content of time, and the time is just mithya, we call it, it is apparent, please. There is no such thing as past or present or future, but then the mind is capable of creating that, and therefore that time, which is the very content of the present moment, that is timeless in fact. That is the real soul of time, because time doesn't stand apart from the awareness. And that awareness, which is the content of time, which itself is therefore timeless, and that is called eternity, please. We all think eternity means it is something continuously remaining all the time like nobody's business. And therefore that which is now, as you said, the now, what is the real content of now, is indeed myself. So that is called eternal, the timeless, and therefore that which is in all the three periods of time. You can dismiss the physical world, you can dismiss your thought world, you can dismiss even your sleep. All these are the three states of experience that everybody gets into day after day. All the three of them you can dismiss, but you can't dismiss the dismisser. That awareness itself is the one into which all the three can resolve. So that awareness is not available for you to dismiss, for you are the awareness. Who is that fellow that is going to dismiss? So idam can be dismissed, aham cannot be dismissed. What do you see you can dismiss, what you are you can't dismiss. And therefore that which is not subject to dismissal, that which is not subject to any change also intrinsically, and that is what is known as satyam or sat. So awareness is chit, I is awareness chit, and it is also sat, means trikalepi tishtatiti sat. In all the three periods of time, past, present and future, that which abides without any loss and that is what is known as Satyam. So that which eludes the hands of time, that which doesn't subject itself to the influence of time, and that one is called Satyam, or real, or Sat. So awareness, I is awareness, free from all forms of limitation, as I said. In awareness is everything. Therefore it has no spatial limitation, nor it has time-wise limitation. Awareness is all the time. There can't be a was for awareness. You can't say I was awareness. If you say I was awareness, that means you are not awareness now. If you are not awareness now, how come you tell me I was awareness? I hope the awareful fellow makes a statement. One fellow was told by an astrologer in whom he has great faith, and he told him that you will die on December 1st at 10 o'clock. On December 1st, 10 o'clock, you will die of this year. December 1st came, 10 o'clock he was waiting, 10 o'clock came, he laid himself on his back and then closed his eyes. And somebody came around. Hey, please tell me, which is the house of this man? He opened his eyes and said, I am dead. Don't ask me questions. Ask a man who is alive. So I am dead, he said. It is something like this, please. It is something like this. A fellow says, I was awareness. I say, if you are awareness, how are you going to say now? So awareness, I was awareness, you can't say. I am awareness, all the time I am awareness. It is that awareness with reference to something becomes the waker. When that awareness is taken along with the body, becomes a waker as it were. Then again that awareness is with the mind, only with the mind, dead to the physical body and the physical world. Then you call yourself a dreamer. Then again you just forget all these two types of experiences. Then you find you don't know anything. Then with reference to that ignorance, you call yourself a sleeper. But in fact, awareness I is neither a sleeper, nor a dreamer, nor a waker. From its own standpoint, it is always awake, wide awake. It is ever the same. It is not a waker or a dreamer or a deep sleeper. But then with reference to one thing, it is called so. With reference to, like even as I said, the fellow is an uncle because of a man. From whose standpoint you look at yourself. And again from the brother's standpoint, I am brother. Uncle's standpoint, I am a brother-in-law or a cousin and whatnot. And again from father's standpoint, son. Like this, I keep on changing my names. And from my own standpoint, I am a simple Henry, not the eighth. You know that story? I'm reminded of that song. Last time also I said. So this